Hello, spiritual seekers and empath explorers. Fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to embark on a thrilling journey into the depths of our minds. Today, we're not just talking about any old topic. Oh no, we're diving headfirst into the mysterious world of intuition, that silent whisper in your mind that sometimes knows more than your brain lets on. It's like having a secret superpower, and guess what? You've got it too. First up, we're going to unravel the enigma of thoughts versus intuition. Ever wondered why some decisions just feel right? We'll explore the hidden forces behind those aha moments and learn how to tell if it's your head talking or something deeper. Next, we'll tackle the million-dollar question. Can you trust that gut feeling? Is it a reliable sidekick or a deceptive foe? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth and learn to differentiate between a genuine intuitive nudge and the noise of everyday thoughts. And for the grand finale, we'll unlock the secrets to supercharging your intuitive powers. Want to make your intuition so strong it practically shouts at you? We've got the insider tips and tricks to turn your subtle hunches into roaring insights. So, are you ready to transform into an intuition wizard? Let's get this show on the road and unleash the full potential of your inner voice. Imagine intuition as your personal internal GPS that's constantly recalibrating based on your life's experiences. It's not just some mystical force. It's a real psychological process where your brain uses past experiences and cues from your environment to make a decision on the fly. And the best part? It often happens without you even realizing it. Now, think about those moments when you've had a sudden insight or a solution to a problem that pops into your head while you're taking a shower or going for a walk. That's your intuition doing its thing. It's like a light bulb moment, and it feels amazing, right? This is exactly what transpired when I felt compelled to establish this channel. One morning, I was overcome by an intense feeling that was beyond my control. Without deliberate thought, either my intuitive sense or perhaps a divine message urged me to take action. The message was clear. You must create this channel. Trusting my intuition, I followed this guidance. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Your intuition doesn't just help with solving puzzles, it plays a big role in how you interact with people. Ever met someone and instantly liked or disliked them? That's your intuitive social radar at work, picking up on subtle cues and body language that your conscious mind might miss. So, how do you make the most of this incredible power? It's all about learning to listen to it and trust it. And yes, it takes a bit of practice, but once you start tuning in, you'll find that your intuition can be one of your greatest assets in life. Have you ever had a gut feeling that turned out to be right? Sometimes we just go with our gut, right? That's our intuition talking. It's like this inner voice that pops up out of nowhere. It's pretty cool because it's all about those instincts and feelings that come from our experiences, even though we might not be consciously thinking about them. But then, there are those times when we really sit down and think things through. That's when we're using our regular thoughts, analyzing the pros and cons, weighing all the options logically. It's a slower process, but it's thorough. So, why is it important to know the difference? Well, combining both intuition and regular thoughts can actually help us make better decisions. Think of it like having a superpower duo on your team. Intuition is quick and draws from a well of experiences, while regular thoughts give us the details and the structure. And you know what? Sometimes we just don't have the time to analyze everything, and that's where intuition can save the day. It's like having an internal shortcut to decision-making. Plus, it's not just about making quick calls. it's also about creativity. Some of the best ideas come from these intuitive sparks. Can you trust your intuition? Here's the catch. Intuition isn't perfect. It can be biased, and it's not always easy to explain why we feel a certain way. That's why we can't rely on it all the time, especially for big decisions that need clear reasoning. So, how do we know when to trust our intuition? Trusting your gut is kind of like having an internal compass that helps you navigate decisions. But it's not just about going with the first thing that pops into your head. There's a bit of an art to it. Here's what I figured out. Firstly, you have to make sure you're not just freaking out. Is it really your intuition talking, or is it just fear? Intuition usually feels more like a calm, knowing vibe, not that jittery, anxious feeling you get when you're scared. Start small. For instance, use your gut feeling to decide what to have for lunch, not something as big as who to marry. It gives you a chance to test the waters without too much at stake. And if you're on the fence about something bigger, do a little trial run. Your intuition may speak to you right away, but this is where you can test it out. Thinking about switching jobs? Chat with the people who work there, or see if you can spend a day on the job. It's like a sneak peek into your future. Pay attention to those snap judgments. Sometimes that instant yes or no you feel can tell you a lot about what your gut is trying to say. Also, think about what really matters to you, your values. When you're making choices that line up with those, it's a good sign you're on the right track. Be mindful of where your emotions are coming from. Are they tied to what's happening right now, or are they leftovers from something else? It's all about context. And don't forget to look back on times when you followed your gut before. Did it lead you to a good place? Learning from those experiences is super helpful. Trusting your gut instincts is a mix of listening to those inner nudges and making sure they're not just knee-jerk reactions. It's pretty cool once you get the hang of it. Intuition is not infallible. It's one part of a decision-making toolkit that should also include logical analysis and factual information. Balancing intuition with reason can lead to more informed and effective choices. How to strengthen your intuitive abilities. It's like working out, but for your inner voice. Here's the deal. Our intuition is this cool, instinctive guide that often knows what's up before our logical brain catches on. But just like muscles, you have to train it to make it stronger. Want to know how? I've got some tips. First off, meditation is key. It's like decluttering your mind so you can hear those whispers of wisdom. Just find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and let the noise fade away. It's not about emptying your mind. It's about focusing and listening. Then there's tuning into your senses. Really seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. It's about being super present in the moment. This sharpens your perception and, believe it or not, helps your intuition pop. Dreams are another biggie. They're like messages from your subconscious. Keep a dream journal by your bed and scribble down whatever you remember when you wake up. You'll start noticing patterns or insights that can guide you in real life. Don't forget to get creative. Doodle, paint, write, or play an instrument. What is it that inspires you? Creativity bypasses your logical brain and lets your intuition flow. Ever heard of oracle cards? They're like a workout for your intuition. Pull a card, see what you think it means, and then check if you were on the money. It's a fun way to practice trusting your gut. Speaking of practice, test out your hunches. Got a feeling about something? Make a note and see if it pans out. It's all about building that trust in your inner voice. Your body's also a great intuition detector. Ever felt butterflies in your stomach or a lump in your throat? That's your body reacting to intuitive vibes. Pay attention to those signals. Changing up your routine or scenery can clear your head and make room for intuitive vibes. And don't underestimate the power of nature. A walk in the woods can do wonders for your inner clarity. Developing intuition is a personal journey, and what works for one person may not work for another. Strengthening your intuition is like any other skill. It takes practice, patience, and a bit of adventure. Trusting and acting on your intuition can become more natural with time and practice. In the end, it's all about balance. Knowing when to trust that gut feeling and when to take a step back and think things over can make a huge difference. Become a decision-making ninja, using both intuition and logic to navigate through life's challenges. If you got a little aha moment from this video, please let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing to my channel for more tips for personal growth. Speaking of growth, thank you for helping me reach over 200 subscribers. I am so grateful for you all. Until the next video, love and light to you all.